welcome back to Beauty Bee and to a monthly update video for my beauty budget. I think I'm going to do these this year on a monthly basis, talk about what I used up, what came into my life, and just my feelings about how my beauty budget's going. Let's start with the things that I used up this month. So I've actually finished up 7 items this month. 4 of them are no longer with me. I've tossed them out because I showed them in my Project Pan update, which I will link up in the cards as well as down in the description box. So those were a mini nail polish from Wet n Wild, a rollerball perfume from Bath & Body Works, a serum stick from Olay, and a La Roche-Posay lip balm mini. So those are all out of my life. I'll additionally have 3 more empties to show you, which are all minis actually. I didn't notice that until I sat down to film. First, I have the First Aid Beauty Fab Pharma Arnica Relief and Rescue Mask. I gave my thoughts on this in my skincare routine video. I like this. I think it is quite soothing. It's just more than my skin really needs. I have pretty normal skin. I don't have any real itchiness or a bunch of redness for this to work on, so I liked it. I wouldn't spend the money on it, and it also smelled kind of weird. Yeah, it smells very much like aloe, sort of herbal, and while that's not a negative for me, it's not a positive either. I would prefer my skincare to not smell very much at all if possible, but if it does, I wish that it smelled a little nicer. So just glad to move that out. One fewer thing kicking around. In addition, I finished up this mini of the NARS Climax Extreme mascara. Now this was not my favorite mascara. I thought it looked really nice. Here's what the brush looks like. It's a natural bristle brush, a little bit on the bigger side, but not unusable by any means. I found that this looked really nice when I applied it, but I have quite hooded eyes, and with some mascaras, particularly ones that really lengthen, like this did, I find that my eyelashes will touch my hood occasionally, and this transferred so much. I would pretty regularly, not always, but quite often, over the course of the day, just see, especially on this eye, like 2 or 3 little lash prints. And it was easy to clean up, but it was just unnecessary, and especially if I was working in person, I don't think I would trust this to look okay. I need a lot more babysitting than I'm willing to put in for a mascara, especially an expensive one, because I cannot imagine that the NARS Climax Extreme is cheap. The third empty that I have is the Kat Von D, not KVD, this is old, tattoo liner. I cannot believe how long this lasts me. I got this in the Sephora birthday gift in 2019, and my birthday's in April, so I've had this for just shy of 2 years at this point, and I think I opened it pretty much right away. It finally dried out. I'm sure that if I swatch it now, I'll get a really beautiful black line, but as I was trying to apply it last time, I was getting some gray, getting a lot more skipping than I've had. It's really a nice product though. I found that I do need eye primer with it, but I need eye primer with pretty much anything that goes on my lid. However, it wears a really long time, and I think that the brush is really nice. I'm really impressed that such a tiny little sample size lasted me, almost 2 years. However, as much as I enjoyed this, I do think it's a good thing that it ran out, because you probably shouldn't be putting the same thing right next to your eye for 2 years. That's probably not great. Now we get into the fun part, what came in this month. So I have 2 things that I did not buy, both basically lotions. This one my mom has had for ages and ages. It's the Mary Kay Vanilla Berry Hand Cream. I took it off her hands. I've been using this for probably 3 weeks now, and I don't love it. I don't think it is as nourishing as most hand creams are, but it's not greasy and it wasn't getting used by her, so the price was right for me. So a family member gave me this pearberry lotion from Bath & Body Works, which is a blast from the past. I didn't know that Bath & Body Works had even had pearberry for years at this point, but apparently they do. Apparently it was in the semi-annual sale, and I have not used this more than maybe twice, but I'm excited about this. I haven't had this in ages, and I think I will really, really enjoy it. Now, getting to the things that I actually bought. My budget did not go great in January. I'm still doing okay. I ended up spending my February budget, I think January 28th or 29th. And let's actually talk about that first. I bought the Chic Leaders Mini Pink Squad from Benefit. This was on sale for $15. Now, I don't know that I've ever talked about this on my channel, but I have always been really intrigued by Benefit's cheek products, and if I were to select 3, I think that California and Dandelion would definitely have been among them, and I would have preferred that this have cookie in it, because that's just the one that I hear a bit more about. However, I've been loving Tickle. Let me swatch these 3 powders for you. Now, I've only had this for I think maybe 4 days or 5 days, so not very long at all, but I've used everything at least once, and I've used Tickle I think 4 times because it's beautiful. So there's things swatched. That's Dandelion, this is Tickle, and this is California. On me, California pulls quite orange. I've wearing it on the cheeks though, and it looks nice. Yes, quite peachy, but still nice. I'm quite cool toned, so it's not uncommon for me for things that are, you know, anywhere in between peach and pink, or just have a little bit of peach or orange in them to pull very orange on my skin tone. Dandelion does work as a blush on me. It is, you know, not a super intense blush, but it is still a blush, and as I mentioned, Cookie is beautiful. Now, I didn't realize this, but Benefit actually doesn't call Dandelion a blush, at least on this packaging. They call it a baby pink brightening face powder, which I guess it could be if you were darker skinned, but I cannot imagine using this over most of my face. I think that would look very obvious and make me look even more pink than I usually do. I am so thrilled with this. I had this on my Sephora loves list for probably a year when it was still $30. They were running a 2-day sale on the Benefit website where this was 50% off, so I got it for $15, and I think that is really a good price for what I got. I do not think that I would want to pay $30 for these 3 minis. I think that seems bit excessive, but $15 plus free shipping, plus I want to say it was maybe 6% back on Rakuten. That I can do. That seems like quite a good deal. And in that order, I also got 2 samples, one of the Professional and one of Hoola. I'm actually really interested to try Hoola because I've always just written it off as probably being too dark. Hey, camera iris. I've never been super into bronzer in general, but I'm interested to give it a go and see if my tastes have changed and if I might like it a little bit more now. Now let's talk about what I bought with my January budget that actually has not yet come to me. I placed an order at ColourPop because I really wanted some of the empty magnetic palettes that they had on really good sale. I believe I bought 3. A large one, a medium one, and a small one. I think it came to $10.50 for all 3, which is a great price. I have a lot of eyeshadow packaging that is breaking on me, and I want to take those shades out and repress them. Not even depot. I don't want the actual pans that they're in. I want to repress with rubbing alcohol. I'm not counting the empty magnetic palettes towards my budget, just because they are something that I do somewhat need to continue to get use out of my products. A lot of them have these plastic lids where the hinges are breaking, and I've noticed in the past that once that starts, I can sometimes get little bits of plastic mixed in with the eyeshadow, and I certainly do not want to be putting that anywhere near my eyes. So that was the first half of that order. Additionally, I bought a handful of single shadows, 6 of them. I will put up a picture of the 6 that I got. I'm really excited for them. I think those will definitely fill some gaps that I have in my collection. I'm lacking a really fantastic silver. I really wanted the purple, and I got a couple of duochromes that I'm super excited about and I think will be a lot of fun to play with in the coming months. And before you ask, yes, this was pre-no buy, and I bought that quite early in January actually. I think it might have been maybe the 5th or 6th, but I had it shipped to my apartment. So I haven't actually seen it yet, but my roommate says that it has arrived. Now to wrap things up, let's talk about how this beauty budget is going. I think it's actually going pretty well. Yes, it was definitely a mess up that I spent my February budget before January had even ended. However, I can't be mad about it because this is something that I had really wanted, and I thought that I was going to have no chance of ever getting it, and instead I ended up getting it for half the price that I had been considering paying for it. February is a short month. I don't foresee myself making any other purchases, and in March, my budget will reset and I'll have another $15 to spend. I also have a $30 Sephora gift card that is sitting around. I don't think I want to spend that in February. I think I want to save it until March, or preferably April, which is my birthday month, so that I can get something a little bit bigger from Sephora and pick up the Sephora birthday gift while I'm at it. So long story short, I think my beauty budget is going pretty well. It's a little bit off track, but I think I will be right back on track very soon. Number 2, I used up right around the same amount as I brought in this month, which I think is great. And at number 3, I think that the video that I'll be filming next month about what came in and what left in February should look a lot like an empties video, so I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, I think that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed, and I really hope that I will see you next time. Bye!